Good evening, everybody. Buonasera a tutti, we should say, because we're having an Italian flavor to the red carpet this evening as we welcome an Italian team in competition. It's for the film The Traitor, directed by Marco Bellocchio. So this film is all about the mafia in the 70s and 80s, a wonderful film directed by Marco Bellocchio. Let's have a look on the red carpet right now, because you can see we have the entire team from the French film Les Crevettes Pailletées, or the sequin shrimps as that might translate. It's in the movies at the moment in France, about a team of male synchronized swimmers, and it makes people laugh, and it's very moving as well. And it really has triggered quite a debate about homosexuality in sport here in France.
Un film co-réalisé par Cédric Le Gallo et Maxime Gonard.
So it's a French film which is doing the circuits right now.
Voilà, donc on a toute l'équipe en direct.
We have the cast from Les Crevettes Pailletées on your screen. It's lovely in France to celebrate successful French films that demonstrate just how much the French love the movies, all types of films. It was quite a bet, a gamble really, but the box office is excellent for this film. It was released first of all at a film festival in Alpe d'Huez in the winter, in a ski resort, and it caused quite a stir with lots of laughter and lots of emotion.
Si on distribue une palme, je ne sais pas si là-bas on distribue un... Le grand gagnant de ce festival-là.
The big winner of the festival in Alpe d'Huez was called Mon Bébé. And the Crevettes Pailletées got a special prize. And here we have the team from the film Les Crevettes Pailletées going to climb the red carpet for their film. Marco Bellocchio will be here later. He's a regular here in Cannes. He's been coming for decades now. This is a real mafia film he's bringing to the festival. It's about one of those first mafia members who decided to spill the beans to the police, and that triggered the downfall of the Corleone family.
Un film extrêmement bien conçu.
A really well-designed film, typical of the 1970s style from Italy.
Très bien écrit.
Very well written too. And it tells us all of the details.
Dans tous les détails la chute de ce...
Gives us all the details of how the Sicilian clan fell. Meanwhile, on a completely different note, the sequined shrimps have taken off their lovely blue bomber jackets, so now they're in their tuxedos, ready to climb the steps. I'm not sure whether Thierry Frémaux is already there yet. He won't be long.
Des marches de gros succès français, il y en a au moins.
We've seen some very successful French films on the Cannes Festival carpet most years. They come and celebrate their success here in Cannes.
Voilà donc en direct.
You're live on TV Festival on the red carpet in Cannes.
Pour la montée.
And we're here to celebrate a film called The Traitor, directed by Marco Bellocchio.
Marco Bellocchio, présenté ce soir.
It's being screened in competition this evening
Au 72e Festival de Cannes.
at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival.
que je crois bien que c'est le 19e.
I think this might be the 19th film in competition screened so far. We've seen quite a number of films.
21 films en compétition.
All in all, there are 21 films in competition. We have 3 remaining. Mektoub, My Love, Intermezzo, which will be later on this evening at about 10 p.m. for the red carpet. And then tomorrow, there's the film by Justine Triet called Sybil, starring Virginie Efira. And there's Elia Suleiman, who's bringing his film too. It's called It Must Be Heaven, and it is in competition. The Elia Suleiman film will be screened tomorrow afternoon.
Et nous terminerons cette...
And we will wrap up the red carpet with a tribute being paid tomorrow to Sylvester Stallone. And of course, we will be live on TV Festival for Sylvester Stallone to pay our tribute to. I can see the producer at on the red carpet now.
Et voilà donc.
There we have the producer. Whilst we're waiting for the film, perhaps we'll take a look at some footage to get an idea of the mood of the film, all about mafia. So let's take a look at Marco Bellocchio's film. 3, 2, 1, off we go.
Senhor Tommaso Busqueta, nós temos um mandado de prisão, busca e apreensão da sua casa.
O nome dele é Roberto Felice.
Comecem pelo escritório, depois os quartos. Eu quero achar as drogas.
Não tem nenhuma droga aqui.
E o dinheiro está onde? Se o senhor colaborar, as coisas podem ser mais simples.
Aqui, o passaporte dele. O nome dele é Roberto Felice. O senhor está na casa errada. Pelo amor de Deus, deixa a gente...
Chega! Cala a boca! Cala a boca.
Senhor Busqueta?
Busqueta. O nome é Tommaso Busqueta, da senhora Buono.
Podem algemá-lo. Por favor, vamos proceder à busca. Por favor. Vamos. Ao carro.
So there we had some footage from the film The Traitor, directed by Marco Bellocchio, being screened this evening in competition at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival. Marco Bellocchio will be in the presence of the cast from his film, including Pier Francesco Favino,
Ils seront tous avec nous à l'antenne.
He and the other members of the cast will be on the red carpet with Marco Bellocchio this evening. It really is a return to the 1970s with this film.
C'est vraiment bienvenu. C'est bien de retrouver des cinéastes.
It's good to link up again with filmmakers who we all love, even if their previous films have been less than we'd hoped for, but it's good to see them back up to the mark. Marco Bellocchio is back in town in great shape.
Et voilà donc, en direct.
Here we are live on the red carpet. In the background, you can hear the Eagles singing Hotel California. We are waiting for the team from the Traitor, and perhaps a little surprise because we're having another film which is being screened in a special screening, but I'm not going to say anything because it is a surprise. It's a documentary produced by Leonardo DiCaprio and We Go Green. It's all about electric car racing. So he's really committed to ecology, and he likes car racing, so he's managed to combine both of those two passions, and he has monitored a season of the drivers who drive Formula One electric cars, and it's an amazing documentary. There's a Grand Prix in Monaco, just as for the regular Formula One cars. And there are lots of fans that follow that sport as well. Leonardo DiCaprio will be with us in a very short time. Leonardo DiCaprio has been on the red carpet practically every evening with a different film. Not so much as an actor this year, although he did come once. It's more as a producer.
And We Go Green, donc présenté ce soir.
And the documentary entitled And We Go Green is being screened this evening.
Beaucoup d'engagement, beaucoup de production.
He's very committed, works a lot in production of committed films. David Isnell, the mayor of Cannes, has just walked by.
Nous avons le plaisir d'accueillir maintenant l'équipe d'un film présenté dans la section Un certain regard. Il était une fois dans l'Est de Larissa.
Toujours sur la croisette, en bas des marches.
Here we are on the red carpet in Cannes for the official red carpet ceremony for the film The Traitor, directed by Marco Bellocchio. It's going to be screened this evening. It's the 19th film in competition. I've got my colleagues down here. One of my colleagues, Laurent Bray, is here. Which is your favourite film? Oh, Les Misérables, and also Parasite. Yeah, me too. I didn't enjoy the Tarantino at all. It was slow, it was long, and that's enough. We don't want to hear any more of that. Thank you very much.
TV Festival, en direct sur les marches.
TV Festival down on the red carpet. I love the Tarantino. I'm not at all in agreement with what my colleagues just said. He may just have been joking, of course. We may be friends, but we can disagree sometimes.
Et voilà, donc on a une chance formidable, moi, d'être en bas des marches.
Laurent and I are so lucky to be here on the red carpet most of the evenings, to be able to speak to the filmmakers, the stars, the festival goers, the movie lovers.
Au cœur du cinéma mondial.
We are at the heart of international film every evening. We can go to all of the screenings, be on the red carpet the whole time, and we are happy to share that privilege with you. We're glad to have you on TV Festival with us.
L'équipe de Once in Troubchek, présentée ce soir.
There are other films being screened. Of course, there's another one called Once in Troubchesk. It's in the Un certain regard section, directed by Larissa Sadilova.
Larissa Sadilova. La réalisatrice russe Larissa.
The Russian director Larissa Sadilova is here with her film Once in Troubchevsk in the Un certain regard section. We've had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and tonight we've got Once in Troubchevsk. We're perhaps less familiar with Troubchevsk.
Un petit salut à tous ceux qui nous regardent partout dans le monde, puisqu'on est...
Hello to everybody around the world. It's great to know that we have viewers on my canal, YouTube, Orange. People around the world, people can be with us live here in Cannes.
Je sais que certains regardent fidèlement.
And I know that many people are glued to their screens when there's a red carpet. It might be the middle of the night in China, it could be early in the morning in Hollywood, but we know we've got lots of viewers. The Cannes Film Festival is popular all over the world.
Alors que nous sommes près de la fin du festival et que les
We're edging towards the end of the festival, of course. Some prizes have already been awarded. J'ai perdu mon corps won the prize for the Critics' Week. That's been announced already, and that's a good sign.
a gagné
Because the last French film to have won at Critics' Week was a long time ago.
était le film Grave
It was Grave, that was its title,
Julia Ducournau.
by Julia Ducournau. And it went on to go to all festivals all around the world. And so things look very good for this year's winner, J'ai perdu mon corps.
De la semaine de la critique,
It won the grand prize for Critics' Week,
réalisé par le jeune
directed by
Clapin.
Jérémy Clapin, a young French director.
On va apprendre ce soir
And this evening, we'll find what prizes have been given out at the Directors' Fortnight. One prize has been announced. It's the best European film.
de la quinzaine
For the, it's titled Alice and the Mayor, with Anaïs Demoustier, who we've spoken to on the red carpet. That's in the Directors' Fortnight section.
puisque le film a déjà remporté
That film has therefore won its first prize here in Cannes. And tomorrow we'll find out what the Un Certain Regard prizes are.
Je crois aussi que Claire Denis a remis
I think Claire Denis gave the Cine Foundation prize out today, if I'm not mistaken.
voilà donc je vois
And I can see the National Guards coming, escorting the crew from the film. The crew for the film, The Traitor. So we may start with this special screening, And We Go Green. That may be the best way to go about things.
voilà donc dans un tout petit instant on va être
In a short while, we'll be live in Cannes on TV Festival with Leonardo DiCaprio and Orlando Bloom.
alors que comme ils sont arrêtés un petit mot sur donc le prix de la Cine Fondation remis par
Let me say a little bit about the Cine Foundation prize given by the jury headed by Claire Denis, a French film which has received the prize.
permet à ces courts-métrages et à ces
The Cine Foundation gives awards to short films, and that really encourages the directors who are just starting out on their careers.
Cannes. On a d'ailleurs pu voir
They can go on to see their films later in special selection here in Cannes.
je pense que la réalisatrice s'appelait Pina Bianco et elle a déjà été présentée à Sundance mais il a eu droit quand même à sa séance ici.
So we've had many exciting films to watch this evening, and the Cine Foundation is behind many of them.
Indispensable par les temps qui courent.
The Cine Foundation is an absolutely vital tool to help young filmmakers start their careers. Let's get ready to try and have a word with... Who's it going to be?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Et le voici à nouveau sur la croisette, Leonardo DiCaprio est avec nous.
Un petit mot. Allez,
We'll have a little word if we possibly can, as soon as he gets up to where I'm standing.
Leonardo DiCaprio, donc producteur de
Leonardo DiCaprio has produced the film And We Go Green, a documentary film.
DiCaprio, donc, qui vient tous les soirs sur les marches.
And he's a regular here this year on the red carpet. We've seen him most evenings,
Et on est ravis de l'accueillir.
and we're delighted to see him every time. It'd be great if he comes tomorrow and even on Saturday night.
Pour la clôture, c'est
Saturday night is the closing ceremony, of course.
on va parler à Léo.
Let's have a word with Leo DiCaprio.
Hey Léo. Leo. 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 Leonardo DiCaprio, on va essayer de lui parler.
We're going to have a word with him and trying to catch his attention here. Oh, he's gone off signing autographs. Let's follow him.
Il ne vient pas nu vers vous, mais Leonardo DiCaprio va signer des autographes. Nous avons la chance de le retrouver ce soir sur la croisette à l'occasion de la séance exceptionnelle du film And We Go Green.
Just one word? No.
No interviews this evening. Let's leave him in peace, signing autographs for the fans. Let's respect that request.
Voilà donc Leo DiCaprio.
There we have Leonardo DiCaprio on the red carpet for the third time at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival.
Il dit bonjour au pilote.
He's saying hello to some of the drivers who we see in his film. They've all come to support the film.
Accompagné. Un documentaire qui
It's a documentary
permet de vivre une saison entière.
that takes us through a complete season of Formula One electric car driving.
Leonardo DiCaprio avec Orlando Bloom, me semble-t-il.
I think Orlando Bloom is there also.
Leonardo DiCaprio qui est juste là.
Leonardo DiCaprio is just a stone's throw from where I am. It's frustrating not to be able to speak to him.
Leo. 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 Why? Il est parti, Léo.
No, he's gone. No interviews this evening.
On l'a eu hier, on l'a eu avant-hier.
We spoke to him yesterday and the day before, so
And We Go Green.
we'll have to be happy with that. The documentary is called And We Go Green. It's all about Formula One car racing in electric cars. You see the cars racing. It's just like traditional Formula One car racing, but there's no noise. You don't hear the roaring of the traditional engines. You have a little buzz of the electric cars. You also have to change the car battery every 30th lap or something like that. Perhaps we can speak to Orlando Bloom.
Produit par Leonardo DiCaprio.
Alors que Orlando Bloom est aussi là. Il va maintenant poser pour les photographes.
À la création de la compétition Formule E, compétition de voitures donc électriques, qui
Voilà.
est une version électrique de la compétition de Formule 1 à travers le monde. Leonardo DiCaprio, Orlando Bloom.
Alors que dans un instant,
In just a short while, we will be seeing the whole team representing the film The Traitor.
Agag, le fondateur et CEO de Formula E, le créateur de cette compétition automobile.
alors que sur les marches, Leonardo DiCaprio, toute l'équipe.
On the red carpet, we have Leonardo DiCaprio
Les pilotes.
Qui sont
and
rejoints
some
par
Formula
le
E
co-réalisateur
racing drivers.
de ce film And We Go Green, Malcolm Venville.
Et en bas des marches,
And at the bottom of the steps, we see the team of the film The Traitor driving up.
Jean-Éric Vergne, actuel champion. Tam Bird, Luca Di Grazzi
est en train d'arriver.
et André Lotterer. Et également avec nous, les producteurs exécutifs Rick Yorn et John Kamen. Les producteurs Christopher St.
Marco Bellocchio, Pierre Francesco.
Marco Bellocchio is the director, and hopefully he'll have members of his cast with him.
évidemment leur dire un petit mot.
And we will try and have a word if we can.
lors d'une séance exceptionnelle.
All depends. Haven't been so successful tonight.
Stevens et Malcolm Benville.
Voilà, dans un instant, ils seront avec nous en bas des marches. Leonardo DiCaprio, toujours en bas des marches, toujours devant.
Leonardo DiCaprio is still on the red carpet, having his photo taken with other members of the And We Go Green team. It's a special screening of that documentary all about Formula E racing.
Et nous sommes comblés puisque Orlando Bloom est avec
Festival
nous.
de Cannes.
It's all happening at the Cannes Film Festival. We have Orlando Bloom also.
Qui avait été présenté en clôture du Festival de Cannes.
L'équipe de And We Go Green. Leonardo DiCaprio. Les réalisateurs du film.
Leonardo DiCaprio has produced this documentary on Formula E racing, and he's there with some of the drivers who feature in the film.
Dans le documentaire, on voit la...
In the documentary, we see the rivalry between the different pilots, of course. How they try to play mind games with their rivals to get an advantage.
Et voilà donc, toujours en bas des marches.
We are still at the bottom of the steps.
Toute l'équipe de And We Go Green.
As the team from And We Go Green climbs the steps. Is this the last time that Leonardo DiCaprio will be at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival? We'll have to wait and see. Thierry Frémaux and Pierre Lescure are greeting the team from And We Go Green at the top of the stairs.
And now we go Italian, puisque l'équipe de...
And now we go Italian, because the crew from The Traitor is just pulling up.
Tout le monde en pole position.
Voilà Marco Bellocchio qui va être avec nous à l'antenne.
So we'll be speaking to Marco Bellocchio very, very soon.
Buonasera, bonsoir.
Good evening.
Comment ça va?
Buonasera.
Ok, en français? Pourquoi vous avez eu envie de raconter?
Why did you want to tell this particular story? Well, it's a great story about Italy. Through the mafia, we talk about Italy in the past and in the present. And that's the reason. Buscetta was a character. It's my life. It's funny because the film is called The Traitor, but in fact the others are the traitors. They're betraying Italy. Yes, it depends on your point of view. Here, Tommaso Buscetta is considered to be a traitor, but for him it's the others who are traitors because they betrayed the main principles of the mafia. So it's a double meaning there. And you play a lot with that double meaning, don't you? There's the cinematic glamour of The Godfather, etc. And you play with that. And then you redefine all of that. Do you agree? Yes, indeed. The mafia is not only Italian. I think the film isn't only talking about Sicilian mafia. What I'm interested in is the characters, the different characters. One might wonder why you decided to do a mafia film, because you've not done one in the past. But yes, as you've just said, you are focusing on the characters there. Is this a real Marco Bellocchio film? Yes, of course. It's a story which is miles away from me, really, but we've personalized it. Thanks to the image, the editing, the music. We managed to add a personal slant to it. And a final question about your visits to the Cannes Film Festival. Is it always important to bring your film to Cannes? Well, I think this is the 5th or the 6th time that I've been here. I know the festival very well, and I like it. Here we are, and we're very happy that you are here.
Bonsoir.
Good evening, how are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Mon italien, c'est pas génial. C'est comment de travailler pour monsieur?
What's it like to work with Marco Bellocchio?
De travailler pour Marco Bellocchio.
It really was a magnificent experience. I was so happy that T chose me for this film. I really admire his work. In my eyes, as a director, he is very thorough, but he also allows the actors freedom, and that's very rare, and that's beautiful. We had a wonderful time together. The film is amazing. It's a mafia film. It's all about the true story of Tommaso Buscetta. But there's definitely Marco Bellocchio's style. How do you think he found the balance between real fact and fiction? Well, I'm sure you will recognize that balance in the film. I've been talking to journalists today, and I was saying earlier on that this film is specific. Of course, we're talking about Sicily and the mafia, but it's also universal insofar as we are talking about a dilemma, a question of being tradition, the past, and the future. Do I abandon tradition? Do I turn towards the future or not? That's a universal question. That's the dilemma of contemporary life. Well, I'll allow you to march on towards the steps.
Pier Francesco.
We'll try and have a word with Pier Francesco Favino if we can. He takes the leading male role in the film.
Alors que la mise en place sur le tapis a commencé.
They're getting ready to go up the steps now. Perhaps it's too late. Can I snatch a few words?
Pier Francesco.
Pier Francesco.
Pier Francesco. Buonasera.
Good evening. How do you feel being in Cannes this evening with the film? Oh, it's a dream after 2 years of work. It's wonderful to be here. So we're all very moved and delighted. In Italy, everybody has their own version of your character, of the character you play. How did you put your take on it together? Oh, well, it was all due to Marco Bellocchio. We talked about it a lot. He gave me some directions, but he also gave me a lot of freedom to imagine my take on it. But it's a wonderful film, and you're absolutely magnificent in it. Thank you very much. So we had a word with quite a few people from the film The Traitor, directed by Marco Bellocchio.
Le film sortira le 6
It will be released on the 6th of November in France. And here we are on the red carpet for the film The Traitor.
Toute l'équipe du Traditore, Marco Bellocchio, Pier Francesco Favino.
So we've got Marco Bellocchio, the director, Pier Francesco Favino, Maria Fernanda Candido, Fausto Russo Alesi, and Fabrizio Ferracani. They're all on the red carpet this evening.
En bas des marches. Je vais me taire et voici en direct.
Here goes the music. Live on TV Festival, we have the red carpet ceremony for the film The Traitor.
L'équipe du film Le Traître. 18e film de la compétition, mené par son réalisateur Marco Bellocchio.
Voilà donc Marco Bellocchio.
Marco Bellocchio is on the red carpet here in Cannes.
Marco Bellocchio qui a dit avoir présenté
And he said that this was his fifth or sixth time here in Cannes with the film.
alors le premier c'était en 1900.
The first was in 76, it's called Il Gabbiano. Then in 80, A Leap in the Dark, Michel Piccoli got the Best Actor award. Then we had Henry IV in 1984. Then he came with The Butterfly's Dream in 1994, and the Un Certain Regard, The Prince of Homburg in 1996, The Nanny in 1999, in competition 2002, My Mother's Smile, then in 2006, The Wedding Director, that was in Un Certain Regard. 2009, he came back with Vincere, that was in competition. And he also came back in 2016 with Sweet Dreams, and he's also brought a short film here, but this time it's a feature film and he's in competition, and the film is called The Traitor.
C'est le 7e en compétition.
So that makes his 7th time in competition.
Deux autres films hors compétition.
And he also has been to Cannes with 2 films not in competition.
À l'écran,
On the screen, we have Pier Francesco Favino.
Pier Francesco.
Maria Fernanda Candido sur le grand écran. Actrice de bio.
Maria Fernanda Candido.
And Maria Fernanda Candido.
Pier Francesco Favino, que vous avez peut-être vu
You may have seen Pier Francesco Favino
dans Rush, puisqu'on parle
in Rush, talking about car racing. He was in the film Rush.
On l'a vu aussi dans Angers,
He was also in Angel and Demons,
et surtout dans le film de
and he was in Kiss Me Again also, from Muccino, and also in An Italian Family, another film by Cino.
Il avait déjà travaillé
And he has worked with Marco Bellocchio before in The Prince of Homburg
en 1997.
in 1997, if I'm not mistaken.
Compétition au Festival de
It was in competition here at the Cannes Film Festival.
Quant à Maria Fernanda Candido,
As for the actress who plays his wife, Maria Fernanda Candido,
son premier film,
this is the first time that she has worked for Marco Bellocchio.
on l'avait vu avant dans un Hector Levengo.
Before, she was in a different film called My Hindu Friend. She's a Brazilian actress.
Toute l'équipe donc.
My Hindu Friend was directed by Hector Babenko.
Voilà donc
So here we
Et pour
have
accompagner le réalisateur
the crew
Marco
from the
Bellocchio,
film The Traitor.
Les producteurs
Toute l'équipe.
Bébé
en
Caschetto,
bas des marches, toute l'équipe di Traditore, le film de Marco Bellocchio.
The film was directed by Marco Bellocchio.
Simone Gattoni, producteur
À la presse,
It was screened to the press a few hours ago,
producteur pour The Match
and it was
Factory.
met very warmly.
Viola Fugen, productrice pour Match Factory Productions. Ciao Goulan et Fabiano Goulan, producteur pour Goulan
Thierry Frémaux
Entertainment.
et Pierre Lescure.
Thierry Frémaux and Pierre Lescure are waiting halfway up the steps, as usual.
De Marco Bellocchio et Traditore. Thierry Frémaux, délégué général du festival, Pierre Lescure, son président.
So we have the general manager and the president of the festival greeting the director of the film, who is Marco Bellocchio,
Le cinéaste italien
and his cast.
sur les marches du palais.
Pier Francesco Favino, l'acteur du film.
Pier Francesco Favino is the lead male role in the film. He's got a very striking face and great presence on the screen. And Marco Bellocchio brings out the best of that. He's such a solid actor. And he plays the first repentant mafia member from Sicily. It's a film that takes place in the 70s. It's very precise. There are a lot of details. And it's an allegory with today's world, as Marco Bellocchio himself said on the red carpet.
Francesco Favino.
There we go, the actors and actresses giving a wave to the festival goers. And they'll be having their photo taken beneath the poster of Agnès Varda. She's seen quite a few people go by these past few days. Marco Bellocchio, Maria Fernanda Candido, Pier Francesco Favino, and other members of the cast from the film The Traitor. Stay with us, and we'll go inside the building. We don't miss anything that happens here. We catch it all. And let's congratulate the excellent work of our cameramen who are in every corner, outside, inside, standing in the crowd, standing on the steps, inside the movie theatre. Let's take a listen to this. So here we have Marco Bellocchio, director of the film The Traitor. And he will be moving into row I with his cast as the audience applauds. He's an Italian director. I think the last Italian director to win a Golden Palm was Nanni Moretti. I think it might have been back in 2001. I don't think there's been a Golden Palm given to Italy since Moretti. The whole team is going to be settling in to their seats. There we see Marco Bellocchio with his male lead, Pier Francesco Favino. And they're settling down on row I. And in a very short time, the festival goers will see the film The Traitor.